How learning English changed my life. Tips to speak English confidently. Learning a new language is often a journey filled with challenges, growth, and moments of self-discovery. For me, learning English was not just about acquiring a new skill. It became a transformative experience that opened doors I never imagined possible. In this story, I'll share my personal journey of learning English and provide practical tips to help you speak confidently and embrace this incredible language. The beginning, my first steps into English. I grew up in a small town where English was not widely spoken. It was considered a luxury language, useful but not necessary for daily life. However, I always admired people who could speak it fluently. They seemed confident and worldly, as if the language itself gave them access to a broader world. At first, English felt daunting. I didn't know where to start. The alphabet was familiar, but the sounds and the rhythm of the language were entirely foreign. Words like thought and though were especially tricky, and the silent letters confused me. I remember asking myself, why is the K silent in no? Why not just spell it no? The motivation to learn. My journey began with a dream to connect with people from around the world, to travel without fear, and to explore books, movies, and opportunities that were previously out of reach. I realized that English was not just a language, but a key to achieving those goals. What drove me most was the desire to improve my career prospects. I knew that speaking English confidently could help me find better opportunities, communicate effectively, and stand out in a competitive world. The struggles and breakthroughs. Learning English was not smooth sailing. I made countless mistakes along the way, and there were moments when I felt like giving up. One of the most challenging aspects was speaking. I could understand a few sentences and write basic phrases, but when it came to speaking, I froze. My tongue felt heavy, and my mind raced, trying to translate from my native language into English. One memorable moment was during a job interview. I had practiced introducing myself in English for hours, but when it was my turn to speak, I panicked. I stumbled over my words and felt embarrassed. But that experience taught me a valuable lesson. Mistakes are part of the process. Each mistake brought me closer to fluency. The role of listening. Listening became my secret weapon. I started by watching English movies with subtitles, focusing on how words were pronounced and sentences were constructed. Shows like Friends and The Office were my favorites because the language was conversational and often repeated. Podcasts and audiobooks were also incredibly helpful. I would listen to them while commuting or doing chores. At first, I barely understood anything, but over time, I started recognizing words and phrases. This passive listening built my confidence and improved my comprehension skills. Tips for speaking English confidently. Here are some tips that help me speak English confidently. 1. Practice every day. Consistency is key. Even if you only have 10 minutes a day, use that time to practice speaking, listening, or reading in English. 2. Start small. Begin with simple phrases and sentences. Don't aim for perfection. Focus on being understood. 3. Talk to yourself. This may sound strange, but it works. I often practice speaking English by talking to myself. For example, I would narrate what I was doing. I'm cooking rice. The water is boiling. I'll add some salt now. 4. Record yourself. Listening to your own voice can help you identify areas for improvement. It also boosts confidence as you hear your progress over time. 5. Find a language partner. Practice with someone who is also learning English or with a native speaker. Speaking with others helps you gain real-world experience. 6. Learn common phrases. Memorize useful phrases like, "Can you help me?" "I don't understand." "Can you repeat that?" "How do you say this in English?" 7. Don't fear mistakes. Mistakes are a natural part of learning. Instead of fearing them, view them as opportunities to improve. Celebrating milestones. As I continued learning, I began celebrating small victories. The first time I ordered food at a restaurant in English without hesitation, I felt triumphant. When I understood a joke in an English movie without subtitles, it was like winning a medal. One of my proudest moments was giving a presentation in English at work. It wasn't perfect, but my colleagues appreciated the effort, and that boosted my confidence. Building a routine. Learning English became a part of my daily routine. I divided my practice into 3 areas. Listening. I listen to podcasts, music, and audiobooks daily. Speaking. I practice speaking with a friend or in front of a mirror. Reading and writing. I read simple articles and wrote short journal entries in English. Embracing the global community. One of the greatest joys of learning English is connecting with people from different cultures. English has allowed me to make friends from around the world, exchange ideas, and learn about diverse perspectives. Advice for learners. To anyone learning English, my advice is simple. Be patient with yourself. Practice regularly, even if it's just for a few minutes a day. Surround yourself with English as much as possible. Listen, read, and speak it. Most importantly, believe in your ability to learn. Everyone starts as a beginner, but with persistence, you can achieve fluency. Looking ahead. Today, I am grateful for the opportunities English has brought into my life. It's a skill that continues to enrich me, opening doors to personal and professional growth. I hope my story inspires you to embrace your own English learning journey. With dedication and practice, you too can speak English confidently and transform your life. Let this story be a reminder that learning a new language is not just about grammar or vocabulary. It's about growth, resilience, and unlocking new possibilities. Keep practicing, keep believing, and soon you'll see how far you've come.